whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Palpatine's behind it all. Yes. Somehow, Palpatine came from the future. Oh, man. How do you even know Bastila's still alive?
I don't, but Bastila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malak and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate on the assumption that she survived.
Considering episode 9 he shows canon, he's already alive, yeah. Would not be too surprised. If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself. Sure.
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
I'll answer that now. Battle meditation? What's that?
Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. And often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's going to escape Terrace, she's going to need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
No mocking Bastila. I will insta-ban you for that. Any idea where we should start looking for Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I used to do that too. I did it once when I was young. I'm still living down the shame. Messina, I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malak and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi? What do you mean?
Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
I'm definitely not going to read that out aloud. I want to ask you something else.
I'll tell you whatever I can.
What can you tell me about the planet we're on?
Taurus was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
I'd like to know some more about you, Garth. I don't want to talk about it.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
As soon as we start looking for Basta, as soon as we find her. Let's go!
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Okay, so more sound issues. I'm gonna raise that. And I put the sound like down here. The music's really good, but oh man, I'm so worried about strikes. It's probably gonna be like everywhere. MIDI volume, we can put that up. Sound effects, put a bit higher. Okay, let's see how that goes. Woo! Why are we naked? Combat suit! Probably give that to Karth instead. I don't know if he has something already. I think he does. We'll check now though. Every time you leave the apartment, you must select which party members you wish to take. This is a tutorial message. I'm not going to bother reading that out.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody, get up against the wall. This is a raid.
Oh, that's a bit loud now. There was a patrol here just yesterday, and they found nothing. Why do you Sith keep bothering us?
That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouth aliens.
Ooh.
Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Did you just assume my faction? Sound effects a bit lower. So yeah, obviously the alien voices aren't voiced out in English, so I will read over them. Okay. Grenade? We could, eh? Let's see how we go without it, though. Also, what does Karth have on him? Yeah, Karth definitely needs the armor. Let's see how this battle goes, though.
What?
Get the droids first. Oh! Owned. Poor X-Girl. Should never have talked back to that Sith. Thankfully, you're here to step in and help us, human. This isn't the first time the Sith have come in here to cause trouble for us, but hopefully it will be the last. Would someone come searching for this patrol? Let's just say, I'm just glad I could help. Don't worry about the bodies. Our medium set looks like they were killed elsewhere. That should throw the Sith off the track. With any luck, they won't be bothering us again for a while. Yeah, the voice is a bit loud. I wish you could disable the alien voices a bit. Like, maybe there's an advanced option for it? No. Okay. Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
See, now his voice is a bit low. I'll just keep it there. I'd like to know more about you, Karth.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
I'm sorry, Karth. This must be very painful for you.
I'm just a soldier. I go where the fleet admirals tell me to. I follow my orders and I do my duty. It's just... doesn't seem right that doing that means I failed them. I didn't.
Them? Do you mean the people of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Ooh, I can press the mute button on my keyboard whenever an alien talks. Wait, is that racist? Okay. Before this guy gets their bodies, make sure we loot them. Thank you once again, human. And as I said earlier, don't worry about the bodies. I'll take care of them for you. Ah, that worked like a charm. Look at me using my brain. Janitor.
Hey there, watch where you're walking. I just cleaned those floors.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Well, all right then, no hard feelings. My name's Kadir. I'm the janitor for this building. You must be the new tenant here, right? Never thought they'd rent that abandoned apartment. You look like an off-worlder. What happened, you get stuck here because of the quarantine? Can't see any other reason someone would want to rent that old apartment.
I want to ask you some questions.
Don't know how much I can tell you, but seeing as how you're new here, I guess I can try and help you out.
Tell me about Terrace.
Decent enough place to live, I guess, except for the lower levels. That's where the swoop gangs hang out. Just stay in Upper City and you'll be fine. You also might want to check out the cantina. I used to go there when I was younger. Good place to get a drink and find out what's going on in Upper City.
Where's the cantina?
Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it.
I want to ask you something else.
Don't know how much
where can I get some equipment?
Well, the best place to go is probably Kebley Yurt's store. She's right across from the cantina, so you can stop in for a drink if you get thirsty while you're shopping. Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it.
I want to ask you something else.
Don't know how much I can...
What do you think of the Sith in this quarantine?
Not much of an issue for me, you know. I ain't never left Taurus, and they ain't never gonna. A lot of other folks are sure riled up about it, but I don't really know much about it. I prefer to keep to myself, mostly. But there's plenty of people at the cantina who'll be more than happy to tell you what they think about the Sith and their quarantine.
I'll be going now.
I should get back to work anyway. I'll probably see you around. I'm here most of the time. The building doesn't clean itself, you know.
You got the endless Wookiee noises, fully voice acted no less. Yeah. Fully voice acted with 5 or 6 sounds.
No problem.
Mushi Chakapanga.
Got it.
Mushi Chakapanga? Mushi Chakapanga. These floors are new, aren't they? They look new. Then again, our memory's terrible. Had I known of the Tarisian attitudes towards aliens, I would never have something. The Thorian. The Sith was building us. Fortunately, they didn't care about that we were here illegally, and they left us alone. You see, I also consider the concept of innocent ship a hindrance when it doesn't apply to me. Yeah, well, these people are just, you know... I can use it a lot better than they can. Let's just say that. Don't hurt me. Just take what you want. I won't try to stop you. Thank you. Because if you did try to stop me, I'd have to add some dark side points. Yeah, she said it's fine. Well, I don't see too many of your kind around here. Most of the residents in the rundown old apartment are illegal aliens. My name is Laren, by the way. Enter? Pleased to meet you, Laren. My name is LunaticSavage. I know it's really none of my business, but you look like someone you might need to purchase one of these new energy shields. They're the latest thing, you know. Very high tech. What's so great about these energy shields? When you use one, it surrounds you with a radiant or a particle mesh that absorbs blast bolts. Pretty handy in a fight. The shield even protects against lightsabers, or so I hear. The shields aren't perfect, of course. They can only absorb so much energy damage before they burn out, and ion blasters will take your basic dueling shield down pretty quick.
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in hand-to-hand and melee combat.
Where does the technology come from? I've heard rumors of the Achani using shields like this, but I never saw anything like them around here. Not until the Sith game, where they discovered technology is anybody's guess. The shields are too rare and too expensive to hand out to an entire army, but a shielded strike team can take out a whole battalion of soldiers armed with conventional blasters. It gave the Sith a huge edge in the enemy battles, but it wasn't long before the Republic was able to copy the technology and come up with energy shields on their own. Now both sides are scrambling to come up with new weapons to slice right through the shield, and until they do, you're going to see melee combat coming back to the forefront in this war. Anything else? Not much to say really, except that I've managed to get my hands on one of those shields. It isn't cheap, but it could mean a difference between life and death. Want to see what I have in stock? I know my kiosk isn't much to look at, but my prices are reasonable, and the merchandise is sound. Why do you have to set a kiosk Why do you have a kiosk set up here? I run a little shop here in this old building, selling basic equipment to the illegal aliens renting out these apartments. You mentioned something about illegal aliens living here? By law, most aliens aren't allowed to have a residence in the upper city of Taurus. There are a few of us Twi'leks up here, but for the most part, it's humans only. But no self-respecting upper city human would want to live in an apartment in this dump. The landlord has been renting out apartments illegally to aliens. Better than letting them sit empty, I guess. Otherwise, you get squatters and people hiding out from the authorities living in the abandoned apartments, and they don't pay rent. Aren't you worried about getting caught? The Taris authorities pretty much turned a blind eye to this place. A few illegal aliens just weren't worth the bother. And once the Sith took over, they felt the same way. Besides, I don't live here by myself. I just run a small business providing supplies to the residents. You want to see what I have in stock? I want to ask you some questions. Questions? I'd rather not. It might be bad for business if people saw me answering a bunch of questions for a human. Most of the residents here are illegal aliens. Questions are frowned on. I don't want to lose the trust of my customers. If you really need information, go to Kadir, the janitor. He's bordering on senile, so all the residents figure he's harmless. They won't mind you talking to him. He might be able to help you out with your questions. I'll be going. See you around. Come on back if you need any equipment. I've got some merchandise you might be interested in. Ajuda. Yeah, I don't know if the meeting the aliens is good or bad. I don't know.
Got it.
Oh, it's Deer. Hello, Deer.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
Well, I just did. I mean, I'm sorry. I was just investigating the area.
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Sounds like you've got a history with him. Holden, he's that.
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
Of course you can. You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I could speak to Holden for you.
You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
I want to ask you some questions.
I can't help you there. Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
So you're saying that he has a hold on you? Is there anything I can do to help? I think I've done that, right?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men.
Yeah. Are we going?
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
I think I'm gonna put the sound voices a bit low. What? There. Save again. Garth, get out the way! Damn it! Oh. Don't mind me. See, you had some junk in there. I'm just emptying out the trash for you. Oh,
no problem.
I missed it all.
Got it.
An Athorian.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Nothing.
You got it.
I'm stuck. Garth is stuck. And here's our first bug. Oh, no, game's paused.
Ready.
Never mind. Please don't hurt me. I have nothing of value. Please take what you want and leave. I take that as I'm allowed to take whatever you want. Okay. Thanks.
Yes?
Woo! Taurus. Taurus. The game makes the same mistake.
If the Sith wanted to get on everyone's good side, they'd go clean up the swoop gangs in the lower city.
Damn those soup gangs. And your evil connivery. Where should we go first? These floors are also new, I think.
Ever since the Sith quarantine, Javiar's cantina is packed with off-worlders. It never used to be that busy.
Protocol droid.
Greetings and good day. On behalf of the new Sith rulers, I am programmed to encourage you to enjoy your stay on Taris. I am a protocol droid programmed to provide information to everyone on Taris, citizens and visitors alike. Is there something I can do to serve you?
What can you tell me about the Sith?
The Sith are the new authority here on Taris. They seek to preserve the customs of our world, also I am told. More than this I cannot say. May I be of any further service to you?
Is there some way I can get a shuttle off of this planet?
I am afraid that is impossible. Taris is currently under a planet-wide quarantine. The Sith are allowing no one to arrive or leave, except on official Sith business. May I be of any further service to you?
You know something about the gangs in the lower city?
The Taris Tourism Board has issued a strong warning to all visitors to avoid the lower city. It is a violent and dangerous place you would do well to avoid. May I be of any further service to you?
How come there are hardly any aliens around?
Alien species have restricted access to the upper city. This is one of the most ancient traditions of Taris, and the Sith have promised to preserve such traditions. Of course, I have yet to see them arrest a single alien for traveling the upper city without a permit. May I be of any further service to you?
Who do you work for?
I am an employee of the Taris government, programmed to provide information and guidance to any who require it. May I be of any further service to you?
I don't need anything right now.
Then if you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
A bit louder? I can't get the voice correct. Oh What else can go down a bit? Music is fine. Put the sound effects a bit lower. Ugh, it's fine. Whatever. Okay. Kebler's shop. Goes to check if there's anything to loot. This droid is too busy performing its assigned duties to speak with you.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebler Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
I want to ask you some questions.
Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
You know anything about those escape pods that crashed here on Terrace?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davix men got there first.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about them?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Vex were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulcar gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davix's own people are having problems with the Black Vulcars now.
What do you know about Davik?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
Well, I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
You stop that droid moving around, damn it. Davik's nothing but a petty crime lord.
Careful where you say that. Davik's got spies and agents everywhere. Besides, he's as much a part of Terrace as the skyscrapers or the swoop gangs.
Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other.
Swoop gangs. What can you tell me about them? Did I ask that already? I don't know.
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Things weren't so... The Sith haven't even bothered...
I was wondering how you feel about the Sith.
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get my meaning. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine, though. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all.
Do you know about anything about those escape pods that crashed here on Terrace?
I heard a couple of pods crash.
Okay, we asked that already. So I got a short attention span, sorry. I need some general information on Terrace.
Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Terrace for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right?
Right.
Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Terrace isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there.
What you're saying is we should go meet up with the swoop gangs.
Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
Should I actually check inventory?
Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. Finest selection of supplies in all of Terrace. You interested in seeing what I have in stock?
Yes.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
Unlike the swoop gangs. In the Lower City. I shouldn't say that. Vibroblade. Ooh, a Chinese ritual brand. That's not bad. I might actually want to get that.